You are live. Oh, wait. Well, good evening, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, fans, folks, people. Hey, we're here. Tonight we're going to do something fun, a little bit out of the ordinary. It's a Wednesday, so what else is there to do on a Wednesday?
What happened to your hair, bro?
I've been wearing my beanie all day. My toque. I've had my toque on all day, so my hair is like my hair. It's neat, isn't
It's
it?
so weird.
It's cool. Anyways, so today we have a good friend of the shows, a good friend of ours, Mr. Bryan Schmitt from Mobile Solutions and Master Tech Expo. And today we are going to dig deep into the lore of Master Tech Expo. This is going to be a fun little show. We're going to dive deep into. Fernando's put together an amazing slide deck, and we just
want to remind you that if you haven't signed up to go to this amazing show, you have to. We're going to go and we're going to show you why.
Let's save the pitch.
Yeah.
Let's dig deep. Let's invite him in, Mr. Bryan Schmitt. Good day, sir.
Hey, guys. How are you?
Well, we're freezing our butts off. It's a wonderful thing.
It is cold here in Florida.
Snowing in Florida? What is going on?
I know.
Like I've always said, if it snows in Tampa, just write it off. The world is over. The world is over. Like there's nothing else left.
It's coming.
Yeah.
So today we wanted to kind of bring you on and talk a little bit about Master Tech Expo. It's right around the corner, in that it is in March. Fernando has it right here.
20th. March.
Look at that.
Yeah. Look at that.
To the 23rd, 2025.
It's fast approaching. And well, I know there are some people, even though we're going to be celebrating year 4, I know there's some people that don't really understand what it is. They don't know if they can come. They don't know who it's for. So I thought today, along with this fantastic slideshow that Fernando put together, we could kind of talk about, first off, where did the idea for Master Tech Expo come from?
Yeah, so, I mean, it was back in the 2020, the pandemic-ish, and, everybody's locked down, and we knew that we couldn't really have a class right away, so there was this buildup of when we all going to get together, when we're going to have a good time, and we talked about a bunch of different things when we could actually get together again, and I knew that if we had a normal class of 20, 30 people, it just wasn't big enough, so we started looking at different venues and stuff like that, and I asked around, and everyone's like, this is an awesome concept, and the concept is super high value add. Just like when you come to class here, this is on just a large scale. You guys are instructors here. You've been here, I don't know how many times. It's just a great learning environment and kind of culture, if you will. And Master Tech Expo is just that. It is a huge kind of precedent of lots of different people, high level. We actually have 50 presenters, if you can believe that.
I can.
And that will teach 32 classes, not mentioning any vendor classes. That is insane. And they're all super high level. So you're absolutely going to learn something. You're going to leave smarter than when you came. And that is the whole premise right there, is to just have a great networking environment, a great learning environment, and we feed you. It's going to be amazing.
Now, as we said, this is going to be the start of year 4. But Fernando, let's hit that first slide. And this was year 1 in the hotel room, or in the hotel lobby. We're handing out our bags.
That was the registration, right?
Yeah.
People came in, registered, pick up the lanyards and the badges, and yeah.
It's registration. Now it's kind of moved. We have a whole crew of people. There's our crew, and We even got grandma and grandpa helping. That's Michelle's parents right there. So
Yeah.
we have a great family environment, and everybody helps. It's awesome.
And I just want to say, like, every year grows. It's not the same. Everything, it's just better and better and better every year. As you see on the pictures, look at this. I remember, I love this. It was the first year.
That
The
was year one.
concert. Oh, that was awesome. I really enjoyed that one.
Yeah, that was amazing. I love that out on that pen. That was really cool. That was a cool vibe.
Yeah.
And we have outgrown that substantially. So, and it's just gotten, like you said, our goal is to make it better. And
Oh, yeah.
we just want to make things better and more refined every single year.
And like you say, better and bigger.
And
Yes.
that was Katie and Natasha, by the way, for those of you playing at home. There.
Yes.
Yeah.
This was the big live show we did outside. This was right. We were waiting for it to get dark, so everyone was kind of trickling in and getting ready for the show to start.
Yeah, that was a fun night, and the bands plural, they were awesome. We actually had a fireworks show. It was cool.
There you go. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
When you talk about like, oh, we're gonna have fireworks, I'm like, what? And
yeah, it was fireworks.
It was fantastic.
Yeah, it was super cool. That was pretty epic to have fireworks. So, but just kind of all part of the experience. This is something for everybody. So it was a lot of fun.
So that is the first night. The first night of it, you came up with the concept of let's get everyone together, let's get everyone mixing, let's get everybody talking, and get them all on the same page. Get that kind of out of the way, so that first thing the next morning you can hit the ground running. You know who your buddies are. You know where class is at. Everyone had a great night socializing, and that kind of, to me, that kind of is like, okay, I've already talked to you last night. We got it out of our system. So today we're all here to learn. So everyone's going to shut up and listen, And so this was one of the great classes on Fab. So there's Gary and Matt up at the front, and I think that's Pate in the background. This was a cool class.
Yeah, Lee Teeples, and they had Steve Brown come up as a surprise. He was dressed in a wig and a disguise, and he pretended like he was a novice installer. And if you guys don't know who Steve Brown is, he used to kind of be the lead builder for Alpine, and they built some crazy cars, and him and Chris Yotto and Gary Bell, and so it's kind of fun to have some star power in there. So a lot of cool people.
And it's funny too, if you look at the heads in the audience, they're all like this. They're all like, everyone is focused on, like, that's Andy over there in the corner.
Mm-hmm.
So hell, I think this might have been my class. I could have been hiding. So yeah, I mean, it was a lot of, it's always a lot of like, what is he saying? I want to hear it. Get close. Everyone pays attention. Everyone is hyper focused.
Yeah. Everybody was zoned in on this. Look at that. I mean, that's in the theater. So there's so many different venues to teach in, and we occupy basically a city block. It is the hotel, and then all of the buildings from the convention center. I mean, it's a lot. So yeah, this was year 2, and that was pretty incredible. It was a lot of fun, and it just keeps dialing it in. And one of the things that I really want to kind of make a point of is in these classes is everything is themed based, and it's also project based. So, and when you go to a class this year, and you will see a concept, a sketch, and then they're going to build something live in front of you in 75 minutes. And it is absolutely an accelerated cooking show. Excuse me, but it's all the nuggets. It's all those things you're like, man, how does Matt Schaefer do that? How does, Chris Pay or, Jeremy Katz or these guys, what is their secret sauce and their nuggets on how they get from A to B? And that's the beauty of it, is these guys are willing to share their experience, their knowledge, their mistakes, and that is what's valuable, 100%. And that, I think that's what makes the class different.
Yeah, and it's always a hands-on, right? Like it's a good presentation of every single class. A lot of people take some notes of this because it's a lot of information, very valuable.
Well, and it gives us the notepad.
Yes.
So
Yeah, that by the way, you are getting a cool notepad, a swag bag, a pen, the whole thing, just so you're ready to learn. And that's part of it.
Yes.
There's Jeremy Carlson, they're teaching a 3D class.
Same thing, like more teaching.
Yeah. Yeah.
all right.
Even
So oh, go
there you
ahead. I'm
go.
sorry.
No. You go ahead.
What I was going to say is it's not all about education, and it is all about education. So, after the morning, we have a nice lunch. Somebody asked how the food is. The food is fantastic. It's all catered. We do have pictures. But now we get to the build-off. There's a couple of key events that happen here. One of them being the build-off. I don't think anybody knows who that guy is. I mean, I'm talking the short Asian guy, Junior, but the giant next to him, he's really that tall.
We are the same size. We're the same.
Yeah,
right.
Basically.
We're the same size.
So Mark, CardioFab Mark, he plays a great role. Him and his partner Ken get up on the stage, and they are the MCs for the build-off. So Mark is up there putting, kind of giving you the turn by turn, the blow by blow. It's like going to a major sporting event, and you got two teams of three going head to head in a blood battle of fab and whatever. It's fantastic. There's Junior. And, at the end of 2 days of this, there's a project up there that is fantastical. This year, it's going to be a door panel, a C10 door panel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then if you would have turned around from the stage, we have the part of the vendor area. So this is the inside vendor area. There is an outside vendor area. But so, you have name who are some of the guys that are going to be here this year?
Oh, I mean, there's a waiting list, but yeah, I mean, we've got every major brand that you can think of, from Rockford Fosgate, JL Audio, Moscone, Focal, Audison, Hertz, Morel. Those are just some of the audio brands. And then we also have big rep, like you see in front of you, a 3D printing company. Keystone Brothers is a supplier for leather and upholstery. NC Carpet, they sell sewing machines and laser machines. And, so there, it's a great mix. We have carefully put together the mix of vendors that make the most sense. And if you're not like a partner in our show and you don't make sense, then it's really not a good fit. We want the best fit for the crowd. We'll have a window tinting company there, our tint school for John Dewar and their team. You can go tint, and they'll teach you how to tint right on the show floor live. And I think that's super cool.
That was cool.
That was fantastic.
Right? Yeah.
So they went to a junkyard, got a door off a Honda Odyssey, brought it back to the show, and they must have tinted it 1,000 times that weekend.
But I feel like what's the best way to show how to tint
is to do it
by doing it right there, right? Yeah. So it's fantastic. And by the way, while the show floor is open, the build-up is happening, and it's lunch, right?
Yeah. All of that's happening all at the same time, and that's by design. So it's just not a boring show floor. It has excitement and energy, and there's things going on that you can't even just describe. It's like a spring break in Daytona kind of vibe, but we want high energy and we want stuff going on. So you can go look at vendors, you can go back and check on your build off teams and clean wire teams. And it just kind of, the time flies by. Everything is all inclusive. So if you're part of the show, all of this is included. And if you're a dealer, that's amazing. We love dealers that have multiple stores, small shops, hobby shops, or if you're just a hardcore enthusiast, we welcome all you guys.
Hey guys.
Yeah.
Hey Juan, stop eating all the lettuce. Come on, man, hurry up.
Save some for me, dude.
Yeah,
Dude,
exactly.
you guys suck.
So food is amazing, right?
Yeah,
Like you're talking
so
about.
somebody asked about food. Here you go. And then of course the nice thing is, it's breakfast, light, lunch, dinner, plenty of seating, plenty of time to talk. There's always something going on, and dinner butt ends up to vendor trainings.
Yes.
So you have it's a full day of training. I mean, there's only, you want to get your value. This obviously maximum value.
Well, and sometimes when you go to these shows, you gotta
Gotta go to the next slide. This is making me hungry.
You gotta go outside
Yeah.
to get some food. You don't have to in this one. Everything is in there. So
this is the outside.
Yep.
And underneath what looks like the runway there is where the demo cars and also where Clean Wire used to be.
It's going to be right where Rockford Fosgate is.
Yeah.
Coming. Yeah.
So this is last year. So there's the Kenwood. That's where Clean Wire is going to be this year.
Yep. Yeah. No, and it's changed quite a bit from that aerial shot.
And I'm trying to go through the years, right? Like first year, second year. How is the evolution of Master Tech? So
this was the first year. That was our MTI F-150 amp rack that they had to do the Clean Wire on.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's Phil.
Right there, Phil was asking me, "Where's my lunch?" And I say, "I have no idea, buddy. I don't know."
No habla inglés. Oh, there he is.
That's Eduardo right there. Yeah.
Getting down. I love it.
Yeah. That's our winner.
Mr. Two-time champion.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
So he picked to take his place as the champion, actually Eduardo's guy. So Pierce picked Ernesto?
I don't know.
No, what's his name? Eduardo.
Ernesto. Ernesto. Yeah. No. But did he pick him?
Yes, he picked Ernesto to compete. So actually, Ernesto's standing right there in front of Eduardo.
Yeah.
So that's a funny picture. So these three guys are all intertwined now. So very nice. Rigged.
Yeah.
Oh, Jared.
And while that was happening outside, what do you do?
So while that's happening outside, like Mark on the inside, because Mark's running that, I'm on the outside and I'm taking care of it. So I'm giving blow by blows, asking questions. I have tons of freebies. Like we got great freebies.
A lot of giveaways.
We're gonna get more this year. As you can see there, I have a bunch of shirts I'm giving away. JBL gave me a ton of Bluetooth speakers. Ray and G are fighting over who's going to get it. And I'll tell you right now, Ray got it. His son didn't. That was funny. And then JBL had a cornhole. And we did find out that car stereo guys cannot play cornhole. Like,
yeah, that is very true.
I have never seen people suck this.
Well,
bad.
The problem is like you give them the bag, you have to give them crimpers or something to throw, and
sure,
they will
maybe
do
next year we'll have crimpers. But I've never seen people lose so bad in my life. I was like, if you could just hit it. This is Angels.
Yeah,
Angels nice. F-150 mount.
Super nice.
So we have this year. We're gonna have 8 different vendors for that, which is really cool. It'll be the first for that. And then of course the trophies, right? There has to be something for the winners. And the build off last year, Rockford had what's the engraver's guy's name?
Oh geez.
Hyro?
Yeah.
Hyro, yes.
Anyways, he was at SEMA in the Rockford booth, and we all stood there for an hour just fascinated at him doing these. And he did some live there. And then the winners got to pick first. Ada, of course, picked the boombox. And they're in awesome, tons of giveaways.
A lot of giveaways in there, yes.
Yeah. Look,
everybody's having fun.
Bigfoot's winning the headphones.
Yeah.
What? So when we were at Dino's Get Down and his shirt, I said, dude, they should put a Bigfoot on your shirt. And he goes, they did. I go, oh, well, perfect.
So what's happening in here, Bryan? Can you explain us?
Yeah, so this is a really special event right here. That's Chip Foose on the stage, and he's really kind of given a heartfelt speech at this point on his kind of success story, on how he was brought up, and some of the things his dad taught him, some of the shops he worked at, and it was pretty cool. Everybody was very, very interested. He's an amazing storyteller, but the guy, he's just a first class individual. He's just super nice, but just wickedly talented. And he's kind of giving a breakdown and prepping everybody for the evening drawing class. I guess there was a couple years difference here, but this was one of those sessions. It was really cool.
Yeah, we always have special guests at Master Tech, right?
That's right. Yeah, we love all kinds of special people. There's Steve from Kicker, and he's just a really first class gentleman right there. And he started Stillwater Designs, and yeah, there's Fred and Chip and Gary Bell and Tom Miller. All people that I think that lots of people look up to, very talented in their own right. But just the atmosphere is just so cool, and I think engaging is the word.
Yeah, for sure. This was one of the projects. So there's always a focus of the event, and this year they went a little crazy. So we had a focus point of the center console, but of course you can't have a center console without having the rest of the car. So the guys took it upon themselves to design the rest of the car to go with the center console.
Yeah, it got a little carried away, but we use this, and if you've been to our classes, this is here in our classroom, and it comes apart like a Lego set, and it can be completely dissected and put back together. And we do use it for our console class and other classes. And this might come back to a future event, but with a spin on it. So there's a lot of things that could change on that one. There you go. Pencils down.
Pencils down.
That's it. No more cooking.
Dude, look at Fernando over there raising his hand. So this is at the last day. So on the last day of the event, we announced the winner of both the Clean Water Challenge as well as the Build Off. And one of the lesser known events. Do you have a slide for that one? Or which? Sure. Well, you just hold that thought.
Go ahead.
So one of the lesser known events is also the light off.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And this will be the last year for the light off. But anyone can enter the light off. All you have to do is bring your design from home. So if you're like, man, I didn't make it in the build off, I didn't make it in the clean wire, I can enter the build off, or I can enter the light off, which is something that'll fit in your suitcase that's LED centric.
So I'm gonna go with the light off because you want to talk about the light off. Yeah, so it's right there.
Yeah. There's some of the Isaac won it last year, and Isaac's on the build-off team this year.
Yeah. That panel is awesome.
Yeah.
So if you guys interested participating on the light off,
you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this was all right. So this was these, team red, and then next year Team Red redesigned, at the helm, but we got a couple more players. We got Angel. We got.
This was sick, right? This one was crazy. Like
yes.
It was actually really cool, and a lot of thought was put into it. Super cool design.
Yes.
Yeah. So they won it the next year. Blue team won it. Then of course Pierce holding up the trophy. Custom trophies.
Yeah.
They're this guys. All the trophies are designed by Fernando.
And they are really cool. Very, very prestigious. That is huge bragging rights. And to be able to have that trophy, you're flexing at the highest level, I think.
So when you walk into Lake Town Speed of Sound Angel store, it's literally sitting right at the front of the counter.
That's cool.
Like right when you walk in, it's right there at the front. I was like, oh, that's awesome.
As we see, this is the winners for the events. We have Pierce. We have the red team. Previous years. We have Tyler,
Blue
TJ,
team.
and we have Justin, right?
Yep.
He had to leave early, I think, that day. That's the reason why he was not there in the picture. But
No,
amazing.
So the funny thing is TJ comes to me and says, Did you have a blue plaque in the back so that you could put blue on this if we won? And I go, no, it was a guess. That year Rockford's color was blue. And then the next year they changed it to red and the red team won. And so this year I'm like, oh crap, they're getting red trophies. I hope the red team wins because yeah, it's gonna be weird. And that was the first year, Ramel and his team.
Oh yeah, that was an amazing team right there.
Dude,
yeah.
And I want to say these guys really put it down that first year and made a project that like blew, like it was like everyone just sat there and went, oh my gosh.
Yeah, I have it right here.
Yeah, I would not get rid of that one. I would keep that one because it was the first winner. It had the LEDs that lit up inside of it that no one had seen. I mean,
look.
Super clean. Oh, look at that.
That freaks. Everyone that saw that was like, wait, what?
This really changed the game. I mean, that is incredible.
Laser cut suede with LEDs behind it was like, I've seen it. But when they introduced that, no one had really seen that before.
But not everybody can execute that level.
Yeah.
No, it was really cool. I'll just set this back here.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was crazy.
And we talk about the light off. So
if anybody wants to join the light off, they're free to do it.
Yeah.
If you have any questions, reach out to me, reach out to Bryan.
There are big prizes for it. So it is big prizes. So just know that.
And I just want to remind you guys, we have professional photographers taking these pictures. Look at that.
Nalika.
Yes.
Love it.
Look at that.
Yeah.
I think this is why I hired somebody else.
I think so.
And this is one of the coolest, moments. Master Tech.
We always get Chewy a badge.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that cocaine stripper. Yeah. Anyways. And there again, this we got Fukuda.
Yeah.
And we have that other guy. What's his name? Yeah. I can't. Who is he? I don't know. He's nobody. Bill Jackson of Rockford Fosgate.
Bill Jackson.
Yeah.
Definitely one of the. That's like three powerhouses right there. I mean, you're there, but I mean, three there.
As you see,
two. Like, yeah,
whatever.
And as you see on the event, Rockford Fosgate is like huge sponsor for this event, right?
So, well, the build off, is always Rockford, and then they have a big booth, and then wait, we know who Tom is, but who's the other guy with the goatee? Who's that?
That's my buddy Dave. He's cool.
I think he has a TV show. Does he have a TV show?
He actually does. It's called Bitchin' Rides.
Yeah.
So are you going to invite him again or what?
Yeah, I thought, I'm like, hey, would you like to come down to Arizona and hang out? And he was ecstatic. And if you guys went to SEMA, the line for an autograph for Dave was hundreds deep. It is insane.
Really?
Yes. Yeah. He's very, very popular, very famous, and he's just the nicest guy, down to earth. And he grew up in the same city, and he lives there still in Salt Lake City, Utah. That's where I grew up. And Dave is just awesome. So him and his team, they're going to be there, and they're going to have a bunch of really cool stuff that he's never shown before.
And I think Alan is actually right in this picture. Dave was so excited to take a picture with Tom. He's like, Tom, I want to take a picture with you, man.
No, but okay. So I will say something. So Dave was there. He was there the first year.
Yeah.
And like the first year was the first year, right? It was like everyone was we're all trying to figure stuff out. And the really cool thing is I ran into him in the bar.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because he was just hanging out with everybody in the bar.
Yeah.
And everyone, he's just one of the guys. Like we took him in, and everyone was chat. I walked up to him. I was like, "Hey, how you doing?" And I go, "Man, you look familiar." And he's like, "I have a TV show." I said, "No, that's not it." But like he literally, like, if you wanted a picture, if you wanted to say hi, he was one of the nicest guys in the world. He didn't have a handler. He was just like hanging out and having fun. And that was the thing that kind of like and even Chip went for a walk
Same
around.
thing.
Chip was taking pictures with everybody. Everyone got, if you wanted a picture with Chip, you got a picture with Chip. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
And even this is what, the mayor?
That is the mayor, John Giles. Yeah. He was the mayor, and my wife and my very, very good friend Todd Ramsey. That's
Yes.
yeah, we miss him dearly. So
For
that was
sure. Yes.
that
Todd
was
was always he was a very big part of it.
Big contribution for this event, right?
yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's a great picture, guys.
yeah.
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 Good times.
So this one is actually one of my favorites because it looks so cool. The background is exactly right there. It's amazing, man.
I think Bryan took this picture.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think Bryan took this picture.
But
Yeah, that's all the build off teams and the clean wire teams. That's a lot of people.
Yeah, the first year of the clean wire, second year of build off.
Yeah.
I mean, the power of the sound is, and of course, Mark. Mark wearing plaid.
Yes.
Yeah.
And of course, because I mean, it's a car audio, so we have cars.
Lots of cars.
Lots of cars, cool cars. So
yeah,
Fukuda's van.
Yep. We always like to have one really cool retro vehicle every year, and this year it's going to be pretty awesome. We got a couple of them actually. So I'm not going to give it all away, but yeah, that van was something else. And yeah, that amp rack, when I was growing up, that thing inspired me. That was the first floating amp rack, and Fukuda was so far ahead of his time with the vinyl wrap, the router work, the acrylic it's flawless. It's still flawless. And I mean that made the cover of so many different magazines, but that picture right there is very, very impressive and iconic.
Oh yeah, Chip's car.
Yeah, that vehicle, it was valued, I think, at $5 million. They told me everything on that car is completely custom built from the ground up.
So we had an insurance rider for the show.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, you couldn't even step on the carpet. Yeah, there's some awesome installs too. Didn't you guys think?
Oh yeah. I mean, always that was Javier Gutierrez.
Yeah.
Oh, and then you got Gary's car.
Yeah.
That was cool to see.
Yeah.
I was excited to see Gary's car.
The Regal. Yeah. Look at that. Yeah. He outfitted it with the Thesis amplifiers. What are those amps, like 10 G's a piece?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. That was so nice.
Beautiful. And
then there's that thing.
Yes.
Ooh, I wonder who's gonna win this year. Yeah. Gotta buy the big bows.
Oh, I think there's some big dogs coming. I know I've had everyone's called me, but this car was, I don't know about you guys, but I just thought it was fun to listen to. I mean, it just got down. It moved your body. And it was a different kind of bass, but it just like punched you like.
Bro, that morning when Sage comes walking up and he sees the bow on there, he goes, "Hey man, what the hell's on the hood of the car?" And I go, you won best car at the show. He's like, "What?" I said, "Yeah." And he goes, "No way. I ain't won nothing." Dude, he called his guys up that morning while we were standing there. He called up his guys and said, "Dude, you guys aren't going to believe this." Like, they were so thrilled. But I mean, it was the car. Everyone talked about this car. I mean, the BMW behind it had it's two cars back, had Atmos surround in it, which was like unheard of. Everyone talked about this car.
This is like the car was like eating like really good shrimp cocktail, and you get that horseradish and it just like punched you. The bass was like that. I thought it was just insane. It was so like responsive and just fast, but sounded really good. It was balanced well. It was awesome.
And for me, it's like Master Tech always trying to elevate everybody's game, right? So not just for the attendees, but also for the manufacturers, because this one is like best demo, best training, best everything. So it's
So yeah, there's 3 vendor awards.
correct.
There's best demo, best demo car,
Mhm.
best booth experience, and then
best
best training.
Yep.
So last year's winners were Sage and the guys, Sage and the boys with Orca. And then MTI, Larry Penn and the crew got it for best booth experience because they had a just unrealistic
MSC.
What did I say?
MSC. You say
Yeah.
MTI.
I'm sorry, my bad.
It's a lot of M's, but
yeah,
MSC.
dyslexia kicks in. MSC with Larry got it for best booth experience. They had that outside booth with the 3 or 4 trucks with the screens in front of them, and like they went crazy booth experience.
Yeah.
And then Rockford got it for best class, where they brought the whole install team in and put a Jeep system, their Jeep system, stage 5. They did the
installation on a
right
Jeep
there,
right there. Yep.
In like 2 hours, an hour and a half, and they gave away clocks and they had food, and like it was a party, and for everybody but the installers.
Yeah, and I think they broke the fire code. It was packed. It was
Oh yeah, it was incredible.
Pretty packed. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
So obviously each year we have a little bit more excitement that we need to throw up. What are some little nuggets, as you like to say, that we can expect this year?
Well, I don't know how many pictures you got, but let's just focus on that nostalgic part. Some guys know him. Some of the young guys probably maybe have heard of him, and maybe some people haven't. But we're gonna bring Dave Fishman Rivera to the show, and he's got his fish edition, which is he's known for putting fish tanks in his vehicles back in the 90s, and Dave's been on I don't know how many covers of magazines. He's worked on so many famous people's vehicles, but Dave is going to do a live interview and show his vehicle and the motorization. It's going to be insane. So we'll have that outside, and Gary Bell and Matt Schaefer are going to do a live interview with him. So for everybody to see, and you'll be able to get up close, and he'll have it on display for the whole weekend. But Fishman will be at Master Tech, and that is that's pretty iconic right there.
Yeah.
Nice.
Sure.
Love it.
Well, fantastic. So obviously if they want to register, let me pull this back up here. There you go. Head over to Master Tech. Just Google Master Tech Expo, mastertechexpo.com.
Yep.
I just typed in Expo and it pops up because I spend so much time there. Go register now. What is it going for? What is the price right now?
It's $649. So
whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is a good deal, but just know, guys, that you're getting fed 3 meals a day. So it's
the whole package.
Continental breakfast, a beautiful lunch, and tacos and barbecue for dinner, the big party. I mean, we don't want you to leave. It's a full experience. So just factor in that. Plus, you're getting a shirt, a swag bag, a notebook, and then just next level training. These guys are, they're coming in as paid presenters, the best of the best in the industry. It is, we take it very serious, and we want you to learn some of the class, like Lee's teaching a class where you actually get to be involved with some hands-on in the laser cutting and 2D part. He's just a ninja at Corel Draw, and so we'll have laser cutting, going in the classes. We'll be doing 3D printing and scanning, and router work is going to be insane. Tom Miller, Chris Pate, Justin Cush, Justin Marks, Phil Cantoon. I mean, the list just goes on and on with rock stars. But one thing we haven't talked about, it's not all about fab. There is one track that is super cool that lots of people just fell in love with. It's our high fidelity track. And we have some pretty amazing presenters. So
that was really cool last year.
Yeah, so this one's going to be equally, or I'm going to maybe even say just a little different and better. Julian Fisher from Audio Fisher, He's coming from Germany, and Mark Eldridge is coming. Mark teaches an amazing class on tuning and acoustics. It's it's the best of the best. Mark is going to teach some of his secrets in the class. Andy Waymeyer is going to be teaching a bunch of stuff on objective listening, and then the headliner is Sean Olive from JBL Harmon, and this guy is known as the guy. He is one of the top engineers in the world. Probably every EQ curve that you've heard on a pair of headphones or in a vehicle, this guy has actually designed it and engineered it. He is out there, so he's going to be teaching that. You don't want to miss this, and he's just teaching one class for 75 minutes. He's flying in. He'll be there to hang out and stuff. But yeah, don't miss the high fidelity class if you're into that. It is.
I want to go to that.
Yeah,
I want to go to that.
It's a good one. So they're all good. It just kind of depends on what you want. There's business tracks. We have some of the best business.
Yes, that was the other thing I was going to talk about. Was if I was excited about the fidelity track last year. We missed part of it. Luckily, the guys were nice enough. Fernando and I got a custom, our own custom thing. They saved it for us. So you guys come in and you can listen. And Andy set it up. It was fantastic. We got to hear that. I was like, holy crap, this was amazing. And the guy that designed the audio was there to tell us this is what I did. And I was like, holy, it was probably one of the best experiences I've ever had. But business, when people were like, I'm not into fab, I want to do this. And we're like, well, business. In that first year, we did that. And then last year was even better. You get some real rock stars to come in and just talk. So it's like, if you're an owner and you want to bring your crew, or if you have a small business and you just want to know more about, let's say you're like, I'm not a fab rock star, but I want to make my business better. There is that, right?
Oh, 100%. And it's coming with full handouts and really the recipe to be successful and to have a workflow environment where you can really see industry professionals, everything from small business to big. We have Mike Cofield. He owns 27 stores. He's one of the most successful retailers. You don't get that many stores without having process and protocol in place. And he's going to kind of give you that insight, along with David Wall, who has Freeman's Car Stereo. These guys do amazing work. They have a blend of custom fab and high production. And then you get into some of the smaller guys, like Larry Pan's going to have, he won't tell me, but it's a pretty big secret. Larry Pan's going to have some amazing guests as well. And then we have a whole sales class, the guys from Titan and others are going to be teaching. Ken Ward's going to be teaching a class in there. So lots and lots of stuff, that we're super excited about. And go online, look at all the class selections. You'll have the presenter in there, kind of their bio, what they're teaching. So there's actually some videos from the presenters as well. I know you guys are teaching a class. Tell us about your class.
So our class is on Sunday. So what we found is that because it's not Sunday. It was Sunday. It's moved forward. So now it's the first day of the event. The night we have the party, people would always get there early. And they're just hanging out, kind of getting everybody's way while they're trying to set up the show floor. So we all kind of talked about it. And we're like, hey, wouldn't it be cool if we did some classes on the day that are just kind of like freebies, right? You're going to be here, sign up, you can come, you can take these. It's a one-off class. And so last year we did a clean wire class that was mainly on clean wire, and we kind of touched on some other subjects. This year we're going to kind of touch on clean wire, but the class itself is going to be, we're pulling a page out of your book, and it's going to be all about nuggets. So we're putting together a big 200-piece McDonald's chicken nugget class where we're literally just going to be going from one cool tip to the next cool tip to the next cool tip, all installation orientated about once you get a car in, how to handle it through the bay, some of the things you might run into, some of the solutions you might have. Yeah. Really cool tips on how to make fast brackets. how to use a 3D printer, how to use a laser, how to just manage a 24-hour day in an install bay and just like run through it all, you know. And it's just going to be a fun, like, we're just going to snap through as many tips as we can throw at you.
It's going to be a big, happy family.
I think it's so cool. You know, I've seen you guys work personally, and I love your workflow because we all chase the clock. We're all fighting that clock, and you guys seem to just get more out of the clock than most. And I think that's a big deal. Is some people can execute, but you need to maximize that time, and you guys do a fantastic job with that. And I mean, look at that amp rack right behind you. The work is phenomenal. So yeah, you can work on my car any day of the week, but
just so there's a tent or air conditioning. That's all I gotta say. But no, that's what we're gonna do. It's gonna be pretty exciting. Okay, so registration.
Yeah.
Obviously, you got to get there. It's in Arizona. Yeah, it's in Arizona, Mesa to be exact. There's a couple of hotels. They're filling up fast, but it's, you know, there's plenty of hotels in the area. There's one on site. It's probably full or almost full by now.
It is.
And there's companion hotels.
There's other hotels that have competitive rates. The weather is amazing. Yeah, so we have a list of hotels. Some guys like to get an Airbnb and share it with others. Yep. There's just a lot of options, but you know, it's a destination place. Mesa, Arizona is about 20 minutes or so from the airport, from Sky Harbor, from Phoenix.
Yep.
And Phoenix is the 5th largest city in the country. A lot of people don't know that. There's a lot of people here. But we are, you know, the facility is amazing. It's just kind of its own deal. And yeah, I mean, you just know that you're taken care of once you get to Master Tech.
Yeah,
that's for sure. I was talking with Marco, the representative of Rockford over there in Latin America, and he was telling me, like, we're gonna rent an Airbnb because we have a lot of people coming. So that's it's options. So
yeah,
if you don't have the hotel and it's like it's already full, don't stop. Look, because
now the one nice thing, and we'll end it on this, one of the things I like about mobile solutions in general is anybody can come. It's not just car stereo. It's whatever you want it to be. If you're a hobbyist, if you're a professional, if you're a weekend warrior, if you just want to up your game, if you're curious, all of those things. You could come to one of your in-house trainings, and Master Tech Expo is no different. If you want to learn more about fidelity, you know, and just learn what sounds good, because you're like, I'm not a fab guy. I compete. I'm a competitor, or I want to know what it takes, or I just like hanging out with all the cool guys. You know, I want to watch the shows. There's a program for everyone that wants to come. You know, we often hear people go, "Oh, I wish I could go to that," but it's only open to these people. This is not that. Anybody can come.
Anyone can come.
Yeah. So we hope to see you guys there.
Yeah. See you. Go check out the website. And yeah, we'd love to have you guys there.
Let me pull this back up just to put some pressure on everyone. 56 days, 7 hours, 9 minutes, and the seconds are just flying off. Don't delay. You wanted something to do with your tax return. Now you have it. We hope to see you guys all there. Bryan, thank you so much for giving us some time this evening to, you know, kind of trip down memory lane and show the fun that is Master Tech Expo.
Hey, thank you guys. You're amazing. Appreciate it. Appreciate the time.
We hope to see you guys all there.
Bye, guys.
Have a great night.